Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be doing some analysis on Uber. So to get straight into it, we can see Uber gapped up all the way back here and has left a gap fill to be done at around $35.80. You'll see obviously in the past year it's gone up to around $65 before fading down and hasn't yet filled that gap. It started to break into the gap, which was $39. Use it as support, broke through, but is now kind of not continuing down, which is quite surprising. You usually see these gaps get filled. However, it has now gapped up and has created a gap between $42 and roughly 20 cents, all the way down to around $39 and around 90 cents. So both of these gaps we'll still be looking to get filled. So down to $35.80, we expect that to get filled, but we also expect the $39.83 to get filled, and this one will probably be a lot quicker. Now let's check out the standard deviations and see where that's going to be taking us. So right now on the daily, you can see we're actually below the first deviation, and that could be part of the reason why we've now gapped up, just to close above the first deviation, because stocks don't like trading out of that first deviation more than 68% of the time. And as you can see, we have some data here that was outside of it, and more data here which was outside of it. So that kind of is staying true to the about 68% of data. As you can see, obviously this is out of the first deviation, so all this data is probably around 68%. So that makes sense why we're starting to get back within the standard deviation channel. So what this shows us is two things. Firstly, it might just be going in there just to close for a few days before continuing down. This doesn't mean it's now going to be an uptrend, but it has gapped up by 11.5% today, so it wouldn't be unsurprising for it just to continue at least for the next few days. So to the upside, where do we see it going? Mainly around $49 all the way up to, or $47.50 to around $50 will be our kind of key targets, because that's the first deviation on the 4 hour and the statistical mean on the daily. So that's most likely where we'll see it doing, and then that will decide whether we kind of continue this downtrend or push up now into an uptrend. So yeah, at $49 we'll see where it goes from there. If it can close above kind of that $50 mark, then we would be looking for it to push higher to around $56 and $54. Those would be kind of our key profit targets to start locking in profits, but obviously it could continue higher, and if it does, we kind of got the all-time high and deviation at around $64, also $60, $71.55. They're all kind of key ones, and then also be looking out for the fourth deviation. Unlikely for them to go to that level, but if they do, would definitely be a good area to lock in profits, or at least get short. So if it continues down, we see it coming down to around, fill that gap fill, and push lower down to kind of $35 and $34.30. That's kind of where this gap fill and these deviations is most likely a good strong bounce area, or even a reversal area. So those would be our key targets. If we do keep breaking down though, $28, $26, and an extreme low at $22.50. So those are our key price targets on Uber. What I personally see happening is coming up to this 49, and then I personally think we'll fail just because of all the laws going down in California, which will affect Uber's profitability, as well as Lyft and other similar companies. So I do see it coming up to 50 before kind of getting beaten down, maybe a bit further down to this $35, $34 mark. But again, always could continue up, and if it does, these would be my key resistances to be keeping an eye out. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.